Ako si Danilo Errama, Education Program Supervisor ng Edukasyon sa Pagpapakatao. Nagbibigay pugay sa Legislative District na buo ang suporta sa Radyo Eskwela sa Isabela. Gandang isip, gandang bukas.
Good morning, dear young scientists. You are listening to our School on Air science subject. I hope you fully understand our lesson for today.
Sci Talks Radio. Education must continue.
Learning is a great avenue.
No one will be left behind. With new normal comes new learning.
New method, new way of understanding.
Keep on learning.
Keep on achieving.
There's no way of hindering.
Enriching one's dream.
This is Sci Talks Radio, your number one source of science education. Conveying a half an hour of quality scientific teaching on air.
This is Sci Talks Radio.
Good day, amazing young scientists of grade 5. I'm very glad to welcome you all to this new, fun and exciting episode of DepEd Radio Eskwela. This is Ma'am Naimalin O. Manrique from Nagilian District Division of Isabela, your radio teacher for today's lesson. How are you today? How's your vacation? Good to hear that you had fun with your families and friends at home. Kids, make sure that you have already taken your meal so that you can focus well on our discussion. And I hope you are in a safe and comfortable place where you can clearly hear our broadcast. Do you have with you your science journal and quiz notebook?
Yes!
How about your pencils?
All right!
That's good! Everything is set then. Now, before we proceed to our new lesson, let's try to recall and refresh our minds about our previous lesson. Can you still remember it? Alright! Previously, you have learned that some materials are good conductors of heat and electricity. This time, let's further refresh our knowledge by telling whether this statement about conductors of heat and electricity is true or false. I'll repeat, just tell whether this statement about conductors of heat and electricity is true or false. Are you ready, kids?
Yes, we are.
Number 1. Conductors are materials that allow electricity and heat to pass through it. Correct! It is true.
All right!
Number 2. Insulators allows electric current to flow. Very good! It is false.
All right!
Because insulators are poor conductors of heat and electricity. Number 3. Metals like copper, aluminum, gold, and silver are considered good conductors of electrical current and heat. That's right! It is true.
All right!
Good job, kids! It seems that you're now ready for our new lesson. Alright, kids, to begin with our lesson, let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered what light is and what does light have to do with color? Well, yes. Light is all around us. It is everywhere, and because of it, our world is full of colors. In this lesson, you will learn about the materials that can block, absorb, or transmit light. And after going through this lesson, you are expected to relate the ability of the material to block, absorb, or transmit light to its use. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Kids, when we talk about light, we usually mean visible light or simply light, which is the light that we can see in our eyes. The visible light is only part of the electromagnetic spectrum. The electromagnetic spectrum shows the entire range of waves present in our world. Thus, electromagnetic waves are classified according to their frequency. Of course, the different types of waves have different uses and functions in our everyday lives. Kids, why do you think the most important of this is visible light? Very good, because it enables us to see. Alright, do you know what is the primary source of light? Ooh, did you just say sun? That's correct.
Wow!
The visible light allows us to see the color that is not absorbed by the objects. Objects may reflect or absorb light. For instance, we see the grasses as green because of the grasses absorb all colors of the visible light except for green. Always remember, kids, the characteristics of light of absorption causes us to see certain colors and not see others. You will learn more about the interaction of light with other objects in the branch of science called optics. What is it? Optics deals with the study of refraction, reflection, absorption, and transmission of light. What is refraction? It refers to the bending of light as it passes through different materials. Now, let's proceed to reflection. It refers to the bouncing back of light when it hits some objects. Some objects with flat surfaces like mirrors reflect light in a straight, predictable way. Some objects with uneven surfaces like rocks reflect light in a scattered way. For absorption, it refers to a material taking in a light and not reflecting it back. Example of this is when the light strikes a black surface. It is absorbed by the surface and nothing is reflected, while transmission refers to passing of light through some materials. Example of this is when light passes through a glass window. It is transmitted to the other side, allowing the light to pass through the window. Kids, different materials have different ways of transmitting light. One is transparent. These are materials which allows all the light to pass through them. Example of this is clear glass. Second, translucent. These are materials which allow some light to pass through them, such as plastic, butter paper, and defrosted glass. For the third one, opaque. These are materials that do not allow light to pass through them. Example are woods and us, human. Okay kids, trivia time! Did you know that the light takes approximately 1.2 seconds to reach the moon from the earth? Amazing, right? Okay, what do you call again the light that is visible to the human eye? Very good. It is called visible light. Another, what is the branch of science that deals with the study on refraction, reflection, absorption, and transmission of light? That's right, optics. How about the different materials with varied ways of transmitting light? Correct, transparent, translucent, and opaque are the different types of materials with different ways of transmitting light. You really don't fail to amaze me, kids. You're doing great. I'm pretty sure that you're now ready for a quiz.
Tayo na sa Radyo Eskwela.
Tayo na!
Prepare your needed materials, particularly your quiz notebook and ball pen, because we're about to start. Listen carefully to my instruction. I will lead 5 questions. All you have to do is to analyze each item carefully and choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answer on your quiz notebook. I'll repeat. Analyze each item carefully and just choose the letter of the correct answer and write it on your quiz notebook. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, kids, I will repeat also the choices twice. Then, you'll be given 1 second to answer each question. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's begin. For question number 1, what do you call the materials that do not allow light to pass through it? A. Translucent. B. Transparent. C. Opaque. D. Reflection. Again, A. Translucent. B. Transparent. C. Opaque. D. Reflection. Alright, time's up. Let's proceed to number 2. Which group of objects composed of transparent materials? A. Flower, plastic bottle, food. B. White sack, umbrella, plastic ball. C. Clear water, magnifying lens, eyeglasses. D. Tinted window, cellophane, gelatin. Again, the choices are A. Flower, plastic bottle, food. B. White sack, umbrella, plastic ball. C. Clear water, magnifying lens, eyeglasses. D. Tinted window, cellophane, gelatin. Time's up. Let's move on to number 3. What do you call the light that is seen by human eye? A. Visible light. B. Reflection. C. Optics. D. Absorption. I'll repeat. A. Visible light. B. Reflection. C. Optics. D. Absorption. Alright, time's up. For number 4, what do you call the materials that allow light to pass through? A. Translucent. B. Transparent. C. Opaque. D. Reflection. Again. A. Translucent. B. Transparent. C. Opaque. D. Reflection. Time's up! And for the last question, what is the primary source of light? A. Refraction. B. Sun. C. Translucent. D. Optics. Again, A. Refraction. B. Sun. C. Translucent. D. Optics. At this point, let's find it out if you really understood our lesson by checking your quiz. But make sure to check your answers honestly, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
For number 1, what's the answer? Excellent! The correct answer is letter C, opaque. For number 2, the correct answer is exactly letter C, clear water, magnifying lens, eyeglasses. For number 3, what is the correct answer? Brilliant. Letter A, visible light. Let's proceed to number 4. The correct answer is definitely it is letter B, transparent. And for the last number, what is the correct answer? Very good. Letter B, sun. How did you find your quiz? Who got a perfect score? Ooh, it's good to hear that most of you got perfect score. Congratulations for a job well done, my dearest young scientists. Give yourself a wonderful clap. That's all for today, children. It's been a great day with you. Thank you for your active participation. It's time to say goodbye, kids. I hope you have fun being with me. Of course, we would like to extend our deepest gratitude to the SDO Isabela production team. Once again, I'm your radio teacher, Ma'am Naimalin O. Manrique. Until next time, keep safe everyone. Goodbye!
Aralin na ituturo, patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon. Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan. Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.